Before this video begins, I'd just like to give an extra special thank you to my patron, the Beast Boss. Links to join the Patreon can be found in the description down below. We're apparently getting a preview of this year's Doctor Who Christmas special, Joy to the World, during this month's Children in Need. So like I just mentioned, apparently during this month's Children in Need, we're apparently getting a preview for this year's Doctor Who Christmas special, Joy to the World. I first saw this on the TV Zone Twitter account, where it says, new, BBC Children in Need to debut a world-exclusive preview of this year's Doctor Who Christmas special during the annual fundraiser next month. More details. But when you actually click on the link for this article, it just has, I think, a previously maybe updated article of what we can expect from the Christmas special, Joy to the World. It doesn't actually mention any of the Children in Need stuff in here. But I'll read this article out later, but first, there is a Cult Box article that talks about specifically the preview that's going to be shown during Children in Need this month. So I'm going to read this article first. So this article is BBC Children in Need to show exclusive preview of Doctor Who Christmas special. And it says, according to the listing for the programme, BBC Children in Need, a live entertainment extravaganza of comedy, music and surprise guests to raise life-changing funds for children and young people across the UK, will show a world-exclusive preview of the Doctor Who Christmas special, Joy to the World, during its telecast on 15th of November. The BBC has already released a preview of the pre-title sequence for Joy to the World for San Diego Comic-Con on 26th of July. So I've previously talked about this, I think, in two separate videos. For the preview we got during San Diego Comic-Con this year, which I think was later confirmed in one of the recent issues of Doctor Who magazine that it's the pre-title sequence for this episode. It goes on to say, money raised during the 2024 appeal will help BBC Children in Need to continue working in communities across the 4 nations, funding amazing people in family centres, community spaces, youth clubs and refuges, homeless shelters, hospices and helplines. You can donate to BBC Children in Need on their website. And here we have a few little details about the episode itself. Written by Stephen Moffat and directed by Alex Pillay, Joy to the World starring Ncuti Gatwa, Nicola Coughlan, Jonathan Harris and Joel Fry will transmit in the 2024 holiday season, likely Christmas Day, on BBC One in the UK and Ireland and Disney Plus everywhere else. BBC Children in Need will telecast on BBC One on Friday the 15th of November from 7 PM to 9:59 PM. So this article actually confirms Doctor Who is listed to be part of this year's Children in Need special, and it'll be a world exclusive preview of the episode. So I'm guessing that means it's going to be another clip from the episode that's a different clip to what was shown during San Diego Comic-Con, because it'd be weird if they showed the same one again. And because it says it's specifically related to Joy to the World, I think we can safely assume it's not going to be a separate sketch like with Destination Skaro from last year. It's going to be something different to that, unless it's like some sort of prequel to Joy to the World or something, but I'm assuming it's going to be a clip from the episode itself. So now back to the TV Zone article that we started off with in this video. This gives us a few details about the episode itself, some of which I've not talked about yet in my previous couple of videos about this episode. So it starts by saying, Joy to the World, written by Stephen Moffat, will air on BBC One on Christmas Day, and guest stars Nicola Coughlan opposite the 15th Doctor, Ncuti Gatwa. Season 2 will see Ncuti Gatwa return alongside Millie Gibson, a new addition to the TARDIS, Varada Sethu. Joining the Christmas special, alongside Coughlan, and revealed in Doctor Who magazine, are Peter Benedict and Julia Watson as Basil and Hilda. So they're the characters we saw in the preview that we got at San Diego Comic-Con. I didn't mention who they were played by at that point during that video because I'm not sure at that point if we knew. I think I asked if anybody in the comments knew, but we didn't actually know ourselves, or I didn't know at least, who those actors were at that moment in time. Neve Marie Smith will play Sylvia, Phil Baxter is Edmund Hillary, Samuel Sherpa Moore is Tenzing Norgay, Steph Dewali is Anita, and Jonathan Aris played Melnak the Silurian. So we knew already that Jonathan Aris is the Silurian we saw in the preview, and it was revealed at some point that he is called Melnak, so that's something I've mentioned before. But we also get confirmation here that 2 of the characters are going to be Edmund Hillary and Tenzing Norgay, who, like I mentioned in my preview breakdown, are the first 2 people that successfully reached the summit of Everest, and that's who we see in that base camp during the pre-title sequence there. So I'm assuming they're going to be more of a big player than just this opening sequence, but I did speculate previously that that's who those 2 characters, or 2 of the characters in that tent, were going to be. Galway-born actress Coughlan has made a huge impact in film and television, having starred in standout roles such as the hilarious Claire Devlin in award-winning comedy drama series Derry Girls, which I've personally not seen, but it does look very good and I'll probably watch it eventually. Penelope Featherington, that is such a Bridgerton name, in the Regency-era international sensation Bridgerton, and not to forget one of the Barbies in mega blockbuster Barbie. I forgot she was in that actually, alongside 15th Doctor Ncuti Gatwa, who I do remember was in that. Doctor Who will return in 2025 with Season 2, which will see the Doctor and Ruby Sunday reunite alongside new companion, played by Varada Sethu. Sethu made a surprise appearance in Season 1 as part of the cast of Boom, but we now know obviously that's not the same character character. Whether there's going to be a line referencing it, I'm not entirely sure, but obviously she played Mundi Flynn in Boom, and she's playing Belinda Chandra in Season 2. Murata joins the Whoniverse from a galaxy far, far away after starring in Disney Plus Star Wars series Andor. Now she straps in for another journey through time and space alongside Ncuti Gatwa as the 15th Doctor and Millie Gibson as Ruby Sunday. On joining Doctor Who, Nicola Coughlan says, "I'm excited to join the Whoniverse under the leadership of the inimitable Russell T Davies. I've been a fan of Ncuti Gatwa for some time, and getting to share the screen with him as the Doctor has been an absolute joy." And then it just says the Doctor Who Season 1 is available on BBC iPlayer and Disney Plus. So there we have it. We now know that we're going to get an exclusive preview during Children in Need for Joy to the World, which I assume is going to be another scene, another clip from the episode. And maybe we'll get some more details of it then, and we might also be able to figure out, just from the clip alone, more of what the episode is going to be about, because from the preview we've got so far, I don't know too much about what it's going to actually be about, besides maybe the possibility that there's some sort of alien hotel that has these doors that can teleport you to different places. That's kind of the only hint I've got so far. I wasn't even certain how much of a presence the characters that we see in that clip were going to be, such as the Silurian Melmac, but with them being listed here, I feel like it's quite a high possibility that they are going to appear throughout the episode and not just in that pre-title sequence. But if you want to know what I've gleaned from the preview we've had so far from San Diego Comic-Con earlier this year, I've done a whole breakdown of that preview that you can watch on screen now.